The 2025 Royal Enfield 125cc is perhaps one of the most exciting launches from the company in recent years, not because of sheer power or futuristic features, but because of what it represents. This motorcycle is Royal Enfield's most accessible bike to date, bringing the brand's iconic design language and timeless charm into the entry-level commuter category. For years, Royal Enfield has been associated with thumping singles, retro styling, and motorcycles that cater to enthusiasts who want something more than just a machine for transport. Now, with the 125cc, they are opening their doors to a younger audience, first-time riders, and markets where smaller displacement motorcycles dominate. This is not just a motorcycle, it's a strategic move to expand the Royal Enfield legacy into a whole new segment. When you first look at the 2025 Royal Enfield 125, it's instantly recognizable as a Royal Enfield. The styling takes cues from the brand's classic models like the Bullet and Classic series, a round headlamp with chrome accents, teardrop-shaped fuel tank, retro-inspired badging, wide handlebars, and a single-piece cushion seat. All of these design elements combine to make the bike look far more premium than any other 125cc in its segment. The paint finishes are top-notch, with options ranging from classic gloss black to dual-tone retro schemes that immediately give it a nostalgic yet fresh vibe. Royal Enfield has clearly paid attention to detail, ensuring that even though this is an entry-level machine, it doesn't feel cheap or stripped down. The fit and finish live up to the reputation of the brand. Now, let's talk about the heart of the motorcycle. The 2025 Royal Enfield 125 is powered by a brand new 125cc single-cylinder, air-cooled engine designed specifically to balance performance with efficiency. It produces around 11 to 12 horsepower and approximately 11 Nm of torque. On paper, those numbers might not sound extraordinary, but in real-world conditions, the engine has been tuned for smooth low-end torque, which means easy rideability in city traffic and a responsive throttle for beginners. The bike can cruise comfortably at 70 to 80 km per hour, with a top speed hovering around 100 km per hour, which is more than sufficient for the intended audience of daily commuters and young riders. What's impressive here is not outright speed, but the refinement of the motor. Royal Enfield has worked hard to minimize vibrations, something critics have always pointed out about the brand's larger machines. The result is a smooth and confidence-inspiring ride that feels effortless. Fuel efficiency is another strong point. The 125cc motor delivers an estimated mileage of around 55 to 60 km per liter, making it a practical option for budget-conscious riders. With a 12-liter fuel tank, you're looking at a range of nearly 600 to 700 kilometers on a full tank, which is extremely convenient for daily use and occasional long weekend rides. This balance between economy and style is one of the key selling points of this motorcycle. The ride quality has also been a major focus. The chassis is lightweight yet sturdy, designed to handle both urban roads and occasional rural tracks. The bike uses telescopic front forks and twin shock absorbers at the rear, tuned for comfort on uneven surfaces. Royal Enfield understands that in many of the markets where this bike will be popular, like India, Southeast Asia, and parts of Latin America, roads are not always smooth. The suspension setup ensures a comfortable experience even when riding over potholes or broken tarmac. The seat height is accessible at around 780 mm, making it friendly for shorter riders as well. Weighing approximately 135 kilograms, the 2025 Royal Enfield 125 is light enough for new riders to handle with ease, but still feels solid and planted on the road. Braking duties are handled by a front disc and a rear drum setup, with CBS, combi braking system, as standard. This provides adequate stopping power and meets regulations in most countries. For an entry-level motorcycle, this is a sensible and cost-effective setup. Tires are reasonably wide for a 125cc, providing stability without sacrificing agility. This combination of braking and handling ensures safety while maintaining the bike's beginner-friendly nature. Technology on the Royal Enfield 125 is a blend of modern and traditional. While the overall look is classic, It comes equipped with a semi-digital instrument cluster that includes an analog speedometer with a small digital panel for fuel, odometer, and trip readings. There's also the option of Royal Enfield's Tripper navigation system in higher trims, which allows turn-by-turn navigation powered by smartphone connectivity. This is a rare feature in the 125cc segment and gives the bike an edge over competitors. Add to that features like LED lighting in certain trims, hazard lights, and USB charging ports, and you see that Royal Enfield is trying to balance heritage with practicality. One of the biggest unique selling points of the 2025 Royal Enfield 125 is the brand name itself. Royal Enfield has always carried a certain aura of prestige, charm, and emotional connection. For many riders in developing markets, owning a Royal Enfield has been a dream, but the higher cost and larger engine sizes often kept that dream out of reach. This 125cc changes the game entirely. It allows young college students, entry-level job holders, or even seasoned riders looking for a secondary bike to own a piece of the Royal Enfield legacy without breaking the bank. It is positioned as an affordable premium commuter, something that combines the practicality of a 125 with the timeless appeal of Enfield design. The pricing of the 2025 Royal Enfield 125cc makes it even more appealing. In India, for instance, the bike is expected to be priced between a superscript 11,10,000 and a superscript 11,25,000 showroom, which places it slightly above other 125cc commuters but justifies it with design, brand value, and features. In global markets, this translates to roughly $1,600 to $1,900. Making it highly competitive even when compared to Japanese rivals in the same displacement class. For what it offers, the value proposition is strong. On the road, the bike feels special in a way most 125cc motorcycles don't. It has a commanding road presence thanks to its design, and even though the engine is small, the thump has been engineered to mimic the Royal Enfield signature exhaust note in a subtle way. This means you still get that distinct auditory experience, albeit in a refined and subdued form. For many enthusiasts, this will be a major draw. It's not just another commuter, it's a lifestyle statement. There's also a sense of versatility here. While it is primarily targeted as a daily city commuter, the ergonomics and comfort make it suitable for weekend rides as well. The upright seating position, wide handlebars, and cushioned seat allow for longer journeys without fatigue. Riders who are just starting out can use this bike to build confidence, while older riders may find it a perfect relaxed option for casual rides around town. Of course, like any motorcycle, there are trade-offs. Performance enthusiasts will find the 125 underpowered compared to larger bikes. Riders looking for aggressive acceleration or highway terrain capabilities will need to look at Royal Enfield's higher displacement offerings. But that's not what this bike is trying to achieve. Instead, it's about accessibility, affordability, and giving more people the chance to own a Royal Enfield. In conclusion, the 2025 Royal Enfield 125cc is more than just a new motorcycle, it's a gateway. It opens the Royal Enfield brand to a demographic that has been waiting for a stylish, reliable, and affordable entry point into the lineup. With its retro design, refined engine, practical features, and accessible pricing, it has the potential to become one of the most popular models in the company's portfolio. For new riders, it's an inviting first step into the motorcycling world, and for Royal Enfield, it's a smart move to secure long-term brand loyalty. This bike is proof that sometimes, less displacement can mean more opportunity, and in this case, more riders joining the Royal Enfield family.